Should a woman continue to check her partner's phone for evidence in the aftermath of a confirmed indiscretion, whether it was an outright affair or a flirtatious behavior that could potentially lead to an affair? This is a question I hear and read about on social media every day, with varying opinions being given in support of or against it. It is a controversial issue that affects most relationships these days, and even marriages, with many of them not surviving it and breaking down completely as a result. Well, today, by the special grace of God, I will share my opinion with you based on my experience and from the perspective of a better understanding of the subject matter that I have now gained, having spoken to many people and read many stories, and also given my contribution and listened to their own contribution also. And then at the end of it all, I'll wrap it up by connecting it to what the Word of God has to say on it. Hello again, and welcome to Insights with Sheeple. Today, I'm going to be focusing more on whether or not you should continue checking your partner's phone even after you've confirmed your suspicions, and why. I will say it as it is. If you're ready, let's go there.
I'm so lucky I can conquer the world with so much love in the air. I'm so lucky, wanna shout it all out. We're gonna find our way. It's lucky day. I'm so lucky I can conquer the world with so much love in the air. I'm so lucky, wanna shout it all out. We're gonna find our way. It's lucky day.
So I used to be one of those women who used to sanctimoniously say, why on earth would a woman check her husband's phone? That's just wrong of her. A marriage should be built upon the foundation of trust, blah, blah, blah. Until I wore the shoe of the phone-checking wife, who'd been severally cheated on and was losing my sanity slowly but surely every day. Oh yeah, because before I wore that shoe, it was easy for me to give my 2 cents worth of opinion and comments in every discussion about it and on every Facebook and social media page where it was a hot topic of the day. So you see, today, I'm coming at you from both sides. So if you believe in checking his phone, I got you. If you don't believe in checking his phone, I got you covered too. Now, I'm not going to give you any straightforward answers to this question really, okay? Despite the suggestive title of my video. Because for starters, I'm not an authority on when to check your husband's phone or partner's phone or not to check your partner's phone, okay? Nobody is really an authority on such a thing, okay? People can only give you their opinions based on their experience and what has or hasn't worked for them. And secondly, I believe that the answers people seek out for their peculiar situations are not always readily available through just one video or one book or an internet article or a phone call with a relationship counselor or wherever it is you seek your solution from. Nope, it isn't. I believe your solution lies with you from the very beginning, and every other external source you seek for help or advice only opens your eyes to discover that you held the key to your solution all along. Now let me dive into the subject matter head first by saying this. Checking your partner's phone or email is not a crime, nor is it a breach of trust or privacy at all. No, it isn't. It shouldn't be, and it was never meant to become such a big deal in the first place. Yep, I've said it. And I say so because this sensitive matter of checking each other's phones in a marriage has been made to become something like a deal breaker in a marriage, if it's ever done, by one of the partners. It's been made to look like it's a crime being committed by the inquisitive wife, for example. It's been given a separate life of its own instead of it being a part of the trust between two people within a marriage. Okay, guys, listen. The thing is this talk is meant to be directed at married couples, really, who are facing this kind of a battle, rather than me just, randomly and generalizing, and addressing all other kinds of relationships. Because if I generalize it to include all kinds of relationships facing this, my argument could then lose its angle of leverage, meaning because there are so many relationships out there these days that are not founded on the principles and integrity that govern a true relationship, and so cannot really equate, okay? I will therefore only refer to married couples in my talk. But please, if the shoe fits you, although you're not married, please wear it, as long as your mutual preconditions are based on trust as well. Now, as I was saying, when two people get together, they give consent to be open and sincere to each other and exclusive to each other. All right? That means in simple English, you and I are now one, and we share our stuff as a unit. So I should be able to check your stuff and you check mine. And this agreement must have been a mutual agreement from the very beginning, meaning we both must have been on the same page in the relationship from the beginning in all aspects, or else the union is nothing but an unfair imprisonment of one or both of us. Stay with me, let me explain. I'll tie it all in with the phone checking part soon. Now, you and I know that a relationship or marriage, I'm going to stick to marriage now, okay, is supposed to be exclusive to two people alone. No third parties, right? But the moment I decide to enter a relationship with you, and I still have the desire to keep seeing other females or males, whichever the case may be with you, or after I enter into it with you, and I decide I'm still on the market and available, and so I want to continue flirting or having affairs, I have now unfairly bound someone else to myself under false pretenses of mutuality where there is none. What this means for the other person is that they are now alone in the relationship and they don't even know it, you know, or maybe they realize it soon after, but because they love you and they decide to stay and salvage it. And this is where all the weirdness with the phone checking and monitoring of calls and text messages starts. Let me break it down further. The problem starts because one of you now wants more privacy while the other wants to stick to the disclosure agreement your marriage to each other implies. Because that's what they're giving you back. This other person is giving you back in return after all. And so in cases like this, here's how it often plays out. Because she craves openness and transparency and you don't grant her that anymore. You set off her alarm bells. She now starts asking you lots of questions and making assumptions, and very frequently too. And they can be really annoying, okay? But she needs to ask them, because since you recently started locking your phone and acting all funny when she's around it, she's now feeling really insecure, but because she loves you and desperately wants the alarm bells in her head to stop ringing, she needs to understand what's going on by asking you these questions to get more clarity. All right? And when her questions are not sufficiently answered by you, guess what? She starts to feel lied to, betrayed, disappointed, and rejected. Meanwhile, you may be innocent, but because you have given her reason to worry by putting a passcode on your phone out of the blues without any proper or sensible explanation to her questions as to why, you are now under her scrutiny looking like the lying, cheating rat. That's what her mind is calling you, not me, okay? Her mind is trying to convince her that you are a lying, cheating rat, all right? And from that point on, your phone, your emails, your underwear, and your body parts while you're asleep at night become a crime scene investigation. Basically, your loving wife has now become a forensic investigator, and you have gone from being a husband to her to being her new crime scene. And the sad end of the story is that this new dynamic to your relationship now leaves you, the husband, feeling all suffocated and resentful, and she, the wife, feeling betrayed and frustrated, which eventually leads to a separation and or a divorce. So I'm out of time and I will have to stop here for now, as I don't want my videos getting too long, all right? It's getting really interesting, so don't go away. The concluding part of this topic will be up on Saturday, okay? So make it a date with me, all right? So if you've enjoyed what you've heard so far, then please leave a comment for me, like my video, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do now using the red button below. And once you've done that, Please don't forget to click on the bell symbol so you can get a notification each time I upload a new video. God bless you. Thank you for listening. Be good and mwah. Till next time.